American poetry and thought. And he's getting, I think he's one of the top three. Whitman, Hughes.
Let me ask you, there was a program, was there a program on PFW at one time called Dollar Point?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. I used to call in there every week.
I actually began that in 1977.
I remember.
On 18th and U. You called then.
Yeah.
And the scary thing is that we didn't have a delay system. So you'd get people calling in cold, and some things that went over the air were raw.
Yeah.
I mean, they were raw. And then we moved to 702H, where we now are, and I left and went to PBS, and Kojo took over, and he kept Dial-A-Poem for 7 years.
Yeah.
7 years, and that was amazing. People, what I found, and I had been teaching poetry for 20 years already in colleges and schools, I couldn't believe what was out there. I couldn't believe the grandmothers writing poetry, the street people writing poetry, the drunken grandfather, the man in prison. I mean, it reached even beyond what I had imagined. That Dial-A-Poem was very important. Yes, and then it finally went because it was too, first of all, chancy.
Yeah.
You know, and the FCC does exert some control over what comes in. And it was very hard to keep the utterance.
But it was so unique.
It was really...
Yeah.
Well, the people are unique.
That's true.
You know, you want art, just open the lines.
Yeah, people call up and read a poem. You know,
it was...
I didn't realize it's been 15 years.
We went on air in February of 1977, and we went on air with Duke Ellington's A-Train instead of the Star-Spangled Banner, and with poetry. And it's been that way ever since. So we're starting our 16th year, and what you're doing is so important because there has never really been a room in the house for poetry, especially in broadcasting. So
I think I wanted to do a program like this simply because people are always telling me all the time, you know, sometimes you have a new book out and you're excited and all, and you're trying to get, you know, radio interviews and stuff. And a lot of people in radio was straight out tell you, we don't do poetry, I'm sorry.
No question.
And they tell you that.
No
so
question.
I said, okay, well, no problem. I'm going to do my own show.
Hey.
I said, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do my own show.
Danny.
And I'm going to call it Color Me Poetry. And it's going to be for poets, writers, lyricists, dancers, actors, and anything dealing with the arts.
Danny, you did it.
So I'm so tired of hearing people say, oh, well, we don't do, you know.
Exactly. I mean, we don't have to ask people to give us a party. We'll throw our own.
And that's what we're doing here. It's great to have you here.
Thanks.
We're going to have to take a break, Grace. We're going to be right back. This is Color Me Poetry. I'm Danny Queen. We're going to be right back.